These are revenge moments in football, and the first moment here is Cristiano Ronaldo missing a penalty in the Euros round of 16. As you can see, Oblak saves it and Ronaldo starts to cry as he sees his mother in the crowds, and it's a very emotional moment for him. And as we know, later in that game he does in fact score a penalty against Oblak, and he does apologise to the Portugal fans. Here is the FA Cup final, known as D-Day, and City fans were doing the Poznan before the match, which is very risky, and Gvardiol mistake leads to a Garnacho goal, which is obviously not the start City wanted. Bruno Fernandes then with a lovely pass to Kobbie Mainoo, who scores, which beautifully wraps up his first sort of big season for United. And they do end up winning the game 2-1 and becoming FA Cup final champions. And as you can see there, Bruno Fernandes lifting the trophy. Neymar getting tackled, and Kimmich screams out in anger, you could say. Then Neymar does dribble past him a few times to sort of put it in his face a little bit, I guess. And Neymar said it's over. And Neymar and Paredes celebrate right in front of Kimmich, and he, as you can see, his reaction, very disappointed. Here is the goalkeeper telling them to back away, and the ball is still in the hands of Ronaldo, and he is sort of trying to mind games him, and he does score. A lot of talk from the goalkeeper, but he did not actually save the penalty there. Must be disappointing. Rabiot here basically dissing Yamal to say that, you know, he's been good so far, but he needs to put in an amazing performance to get to the final. And you could say that is exactly what he does. Rabiot is literally marking him, so to speak, and he pulls off what won, I think, the best goal of Euro 2024. Which I must say must be one of my favourite tournaments ever. I went to one of the games, so in that sense it was very good. And then here is Cucurella, which is making his own song, which I personally think is just quite cringe. And then Man City versus Chelsea a few days later. And now you can see Haaland there does in fact get marked by Cucurella and does score. And he'll definitely take that. Cucurella there getting some sort of injury, and Haaland does not want to help. Here is Vinny. Hummels with a lovely tackle there. He's now, I think, at Roma. Did amazing to get Dortmund to that final. And here is Bellingham to Vinny, and Hummels does not get there in time. However, I'm not really sure how that equates to sort of a revenge moment, but anyway. A header from the Moroccan striker puts them in front against Portugal, and unfortunately knocks out Portugal. And they're saying, where is Ronaldo? He's crying in his car. This meme, I remember, got a lot of like that. There was South Africa's revenge against Morocco, and knocking one of the favourites out of the AFCON. Here is Ousmane Dembele, who does sort of slip but does score and celebrates against his former team, Barcelona, and the Barcelona fans did not like that. But he wasn't treated overly well in Barcelona and after it as well, as you can see here. The next match, the second leg, I remember this was last year, Barcola whips it across and he scores another. And they did in fact go through after a red card from Araujo. He then also wins a penalty against João Cancelo with the reckless challenge, and then Mark ter Stegen does not save it, and they do go through, and Dembele laughing at the crowd. Here is Haaland. Onana is trying to speak to Haaland, and he doesn't go into his antics, and he scores. Here is Bellingham and Yamal. Bellingham obviously can't really do anything about that. Here is Yamal again, and Bellingham does in fact win the ball this time, and does manage to shake him. Here is Mbappe against Amrabat, and it is a pretty good tackle, to be honest. Mbappe rolls on the floor, however. He gets past him that time with a nutmeg as well. And here is now Bayern Munich in the Champions League semi-final, I believe, against Real Madrid. And Bellingham saying he knows he's going to shoot to his left. And he does shoot to his left, actually. And he does slip while celebrating. But that is a lovely goal. Bellingham was trying to get into his head. And they still score. Ivan Toney misses the chance, and the follow-up is taken by Neil Maupay. And he steals Maddison's celebration, which is not what you should do when you just scored 1-0 up in the first sort of minute of the game. Werner then goes it, and Brennan Johnson does score, and Maupay then now looks like an absolute idiot, which is what is, the struggle within that. And obviously a bit of a comeback there, trying to say that he doesn't score a lot of goals. That's the copy, but Musiala there, Vinny Jr. I guess upset at the fact that he's time wasting. And I remember this was Real Madrid end up winning the game. If it's deserved or not, you wait to see. But they did win, and now Rudiger does time waste, so to speak. And that is just poor, though. That is poor from Vinicius Jr. I've never really liked him as a footballer. Saint Etienne, 2-0 up, and I don't know what the Olympic Lyon Gonalons is. I'm not sure who that is. And another reckless challenge from Tolisso. And Saint Etienne are not impressed, and he does in fact get a red. 4 months later, it's Lyon versus Saint Etienne, I guess, and Fekir celebrates in front of the Etienne fans. Bruno Guimaraes with a very reckless challenge against Ian Maatsen, and then Mikhailo Mudryk does get quite cross. Is that Maatsen? I think so. I'm not sure why Mudryk was getting involved, to be quite honest with you, but either way, a mistake from Trippier leads to Mikhailo Mudryk scoring to send them to I think it was even the Carabao Cup final potentially, but anyway. There is a poor challenge from, is that Toni Kroos against Pedri, and it does actually lead to him being injured as well, which is unfortunate, of course. Dani Olmo gets subbed on, and we all know how this ends. Dani Olmo scores as well. This tournament really was such a good one. I know England lost in the final, but I think it was a really entertaining one, and obviously Spain deserved to win in the end. Saka diving a little bit there, and he then gets rid of Tsimikas, who actually fouls Klopp as well, and he does get injured. Here is, I'm not sure that is that Ramos? Samba trying to tell him to calm down, which he doesn't, because he does save it. It's a really good stop as well from Samba for Lens, but it is going to have to be retaken. And then Ramos. Ooh, I'm not sure if that should have been a yellow or a red potentially, because anyway, Dybala then steps up, take the penalty, and the ball tries to get moved by is that Koopmeiners. Here is Haaland versus Branthwaite, and very physical Branthwaite, so he does well to hold him off. And I think we've all seen this. He sort of just brushes him aside, and he's through on goal, and he opens up his body lovely, and he scores. Branthwaite, poor there. Here is Sula, I guess laughing, saying it's too far, and I can see where this is going. It goes into the goal. Is that Rodrigo? Yeah, I thought it was. Scores. Here is the El Clasico, is it? It's not, it's Man United. and Bruno Fernandes dives, and Bruno Fernandes smacks it at De Jong. He must have gotten a yellow at least for that, I'm imagining. And he's unbearable, Bruno Fernandes, he really is. Arteta fuming, he thinks he should have had a foul. Udogie doesn't really, shrugs it off. Someone tries to lift him there. Maddison, I believe. He scores, and Maddison obviously tries to get in there. And he does do the Maddison celebration as well, which is not the first time. And he just brushes off the reporters by saying his action was terrible. Lille fans are abusing or booing him, which I don't really agree with in terms of that there's not really anything wrong with that. Obviously the away supporters are going to be booing you, or the home supporters, or vice versa, but he does end up saving 2 penalties, getting Aston Villa to a semi-final, where they did end up losing to Olympiacos. Enzo Fernandez to Nicholas Jackson, and it is saved on the line by Jorgensen, I believe it is, or the Danish centre-back. And Nicholas Jackson then does score against him and shushes the fans or someone. Hey Messi, are the national supporters singing, and he then gets the ball, dribbles past, and an unbelievable goal from Messi, casually, as the opposition are screaming his name. Rodri there, not happy with Conor Gallagher, Guardiola getting involved as well, and later on in the game he scores via a deflection off of, is it Thiago Silva, and a massive goal that. Here is Coventry player, telling them to calm down, and obviously they end up winning the penalty shootout, and Anthony does the same, which is just poor, I think, because, it's poor because Coventry should have really gone through. They scored, last minute game. He's trying to obviously nicely tell Bruno Fernandes to let go of the ball, and he's not letting go, and surely that's got to be a yellow or something, because that is unbelievable. And he's saying give Salah here we go. Here is Trent Alexander-Arnold, and then Bruno Fernandes gets the same treatment back, and then he sort of pushes the ref there, it seems, or at least touches him, which is John O'Shea. Kicks the ball away, and it's then saved by Bazunu, the Ireland goalkeeper. But later, Guedes whips it in to Ronaldo, who does score, and they end up getting the points. Very much for watching. If you want to check out my reaction playlist with all my previous reaction videos, then check it out. Otherwise, check out some other videos on my channel. Don't forget to subscribe, drop a comment what you think, and give a like, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.